On today's show,
Warriors. As the Dubs go for 16 straight, we'll gasp, show love to some other teams.
in the up-down report, thumbs up or thumbs down on the Sixers plan, and this cool guy who tricks Jose Calderon again.
And you know that we're all in on the Hawks celebrating Dikembe Mutombo.
It's Tuesday, November 24th. The starter starts now.
Good evening, sweet world, and welcome to The Starters. Whether you're listening to the podcast or catching us on NBA TV and or YouTube, we're happy to have you. I'm Jay Skeets, and alongside me, as always, that's Tass Mellis.
Good luck, everyone. Have a great show.
Two Tasses, right? It's the international man of mystery, taking it to the max, Lee Ellis.
Friends.
Lele.
And last, certainly not least, over at the internet, Starters blog editor, Trey Kirby.
Hey yo!
TK, what's going on?
Well, I'm here at the internet looking for your best tweets at #TheStarters, but more importantly, it's Thanksgiving this week, and that means you need to get your NBA recipes right. That's right, the Starters have some suggestions for dishes you can bring to the table this Thursday, and we're starting with longtime Starters favorite who brings two sides everywhere he goes, Gravy Biscuits Vasquez.
Oh boy.
Maybe you want to break up all the beige at your table and bring some Draymond green beans. His teammate, he's the MVP, and he's my vote for most valuable side, Stuffin' Curry.
I agree. Most valuable side.
You gotta have stuff in there. Also, you might call them sweet potatoes. I call them Dante Cunninghams.
Whoa.
Potato
That's a
face.
weird one.
Pretty creepy having a potato face. Maybe you're keeping things healthy at the table this year. Why not some crisp squash? Cut it open, a mirror image of his face in there. Pretty great stuff. But no NBA Thanksgiving would be complete without Hito Turkey Lube.
Yes.
So yeah, good stuff. I'll be checking your tweets. Use #NBA Thanksgiving, and we'll have a look at the best answers a little bit later.
All right,
Great.
send
Great
your
stuff.
NBA sides in for Thanksgiving. Yeah, use the hashtag NBA Thanksgiving. All right, tonight, guys, Warriors are going for history. Everyone knows about this storyline because we can't stop talking about the Warriors. On Sunday, they took care of the Nuggets and tied the NBA record with 15 straight wins to open the season. They have the chance to break the record they currently share with the 93-94 Rockets and the 48-49 Washington Capitals.
Well, who would win today? The
Shout
Capitals
out
or
to
the Warriors?
Bones McKinney on that one.
Alex Ovechkin as well.
Yeah, when they host the Lakers tonight, a lot of people think that they will take care of business. But here's the thing. Look, they're going for the 16-0 start. That would be an NBA record, as I said. They're chasing the Bulls' 72-10 record way back in the day. That would be a record, of course, if they get there. But we're a little all Warriors out.
Yeah,
right?
we'll probably talk about them tomorrow. too.
We'll talk about them tomorrow. We've talked about them, it feels like, every day here on the show. So let's press our luck and see if we cannot talk about a few other teams, maybe hopefully some even good teams in this league. Believe it or not, there are other teams in this league right now besides the Warriors. So here's the thing. Trey's going to press the big red button over there. We'll start up the NBA random team generator, and hopefully we don't get the Warriors. That's the plan.
The whammy
Gotta press our
Warriors.
luck though, you know?
Press our luck. Trey, when you're ready, let's see what we get. Okay, it works.
All right.
That's good.
All right,
All
give me
right.
some paces. Give me
At
some
least
A little
paces.
nervous.
I want some paces.
All right.
Oh.
You want Pacer?
I want some paces.
What do we got?
That's good.
There we go, the Spurs!
That's a good team, 11-3 right now,
Yeah.
right behind the Warriors when you're talking net rating. So this is good. Let's talk about the Spurs.
You already know their net rating. That's
Yeah,
impressive.
I just know they're one of the best teams in the league.
That's
They're right
right.
up there.
I know people forgot about them. And there were
Yeah.
some legitimate questions about this team coming into the year, right? People wondered if LaMarcus Aldridge could play with them. People were actually starting to say, maybe this team finally is too old. Maybe Tony and Manu are over the hill and they'll fall off. But I think the future of this team is clearer than ever because of one guy, and that's Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, man.
This guy is their future, and he's bumped up to 21.5 points per game. When he won the NBA Finals MVP, we sort of looked at him at that time and thought, okay, he was good during this series, but is he going to be able to be a guy who leads a team at 20 or 22 or 23, 24 points per game?
Right.
We knew about the defense, but what about the offense? Well, already he's leading a team with LaMarcus Aldridge on it and Tony Parker on it and Manu and Tim Duncan, and he's leading it very well. The next player that's second on the team in scoring is LaMarcus at 6 points less. He is a stud. There is no worry about this guy leading a team, and there's no worry about this team. LaMarcus has fallen into place perfectly, and the other guys have as well. I think Tony and Manu have been impressive as well.
All the pub has been for the Warriors, but this team, and it's no surprise when it comes to the Spurs, right? All they do is rack up wins.
People ask a lot of questions.
Yeah, but
though.
they continue to play at a slow pace. They take care of the ball. They hit the defensive glass. You know, they share the ball like the Warriors or the Hawks. I mean, it's not shocking that they're at 11-3, but it is quiet in a weird way because everyone's talking about the Warriors.
Half the teams they played didn't make the playoffs last season, so they have had a fairly soft schedule. But this is perfect for Greg Popovich. He likes attention on everybody else, while his team just goes about their normal business. And you mentioned Kawhi Leonard. One thing that's probably underlooked about his offense as well, he's a 50, 40, and 80 club right now. That's incredible numbers for a guy who really couldn't shoot when he came into the league. Just shows how well he's worked at it and how well they've developed him. But the San Antonio Spurs, defensively, they're always solid. We know that. Offense, it hasn't quite clicked fully yet. I know they want to get better at offense, but you just know with the San Antonio Spurs right now, as I said, they want everyone else getting the attention. They want the other teams having those meetings already as well. All the glory's going to the Warriors. It's only November. This is a perfect situation for Popovich.
Yeah, and it's totally fine. They've got the best defense in the league, and you would expect their offense to come along a little bit slowly because of LaMarcus Aldridge.
That's right, yeah.
And I'm actually pleased to see Tony Parker and Manu playing the way that they're playing. There was actually a word coming into the season. Tony Parker's numbers have dropped off the last couple of years. But this is the perfect situation for Tony Parker. No pressure, less responsibility because you're the third or fourth wheel, and now you're getting better production from Tony Parker. His numbers aren't high whatsoever, but the efficiency is up. So less pressure, but hey, you're putting the ball in the hole, and Manu also
Manu's looked great.
Yeah, he had an off year last year. In less minutes, he's producing more. I think this team is set up really well to challenge.
I think if you're a Spurs fan, you need to hope come playoff time that Parker's healthy and clicking. Same with Ginobili. You need those two guys, a part of those other three big guys, to really challenge a team like the Warriors. And that's in play. Because you're right, still minutes are down. Tony under 30 minutes of game. Manu around 20 minutes per game. So they're still keeping those in check. And of course, same thing with Duncan. All right, let's see who else we got here. Let's get back to the big button here.
Yeah, let's press this luck real quick.
Yeah, okay. Again, no Currys, no Currys, no Currys, no Currys, no Currys, no Currys, no Currys.
What do we got?
What do we got this time?
Oh, that was close.
Wow.
Mavericks!
Sticking in Texas here.
I thought we were going to get a Curry right there.
Yeah, we don't want that.
We
Not
don't want
tonight.
that. And the Mavs continue to just be a professional franchise. They're 9-5, and like the Spurs, they're beating up on the weak teams.
They are.
But you know, when you've got a Rick Carlisle coach team, that guys are going to play within their abilities. You know, Zaza Pachulia is not stepping out and shooting a ton. He's rebounding. He's defending. Devin Harris coming off the bench. You know, he's not shooting a ton. He's their best perimeter defender on the bench. They just got guys across the board. And a guy like Darren Williams, as Chandler Parsons put it, I don't get the whole bad rep thing with him. We're in a group thread. He's always organizing group dinners and get-togethers.
Oh, wow.
He's the life of the party, apparently. And maybe he's happier going back to Dallas, but you just have a lot of professionals doing their job, and they're taking care of business, especially against the bad teams.
Yeah, are you shocked that they're 9-5 at this point in the season? 'Cause
Yeah.
I think a lot of people would be.
Yeah, I mean, I think 500 was a fair estimate going into the season, but they've played really well as well at home. Especially, remember, they lost to the Raptors early, and we thought this is probably what's going to happen to the Mavericks this season. They're going to struggle. Since then, they've bounced back. Dirk's been fantastic without him having to score 25 to 30 a night. Dwight Powell's been very good for them as well, an underrated guy who we haven't heard a lot about. But I think Darren Williams as well, at this stage of his career, he's just not looking to be that number one guy where he has been in the past. He understands he's got a better role here. It's more suited to his game. And Zaza Pachulia has really been fantastic.
All of these question marks heading into the season, which I think were fair questions. You know, can Zaza step in for Tyson? Can you get anything from Darren? Can Wes come back from the injury? I mean, these are all fair questions. But Rick Carlisle is a wizard. He really is. If Luke Walton / Steve Kerr weren't probably going to put up a perfect month here, I think Rick Carlisle would be coach of the month hands down for November.
But he signed that big contract as well, that 5-year, $35 million, because Mark Cuban knows that this guy would be in demand if he was a free agent coach.
All right, Trey, next team here. Let's keep it going
All right, here we go.
2 in the West so far. Again,
Give us some East.
looking to
Doing
avoid
my best, Lee.
the Currys
Come on, no whammies.
and the Warriors.
No Warriors
We're
whammies.
due for an East team, you would
Yeah.
think, but another good team.
yeah.
This is great.
This is
great.
impressive. This team has been really impressive. They haven't had their starting backcourt all year in Kyrie Irving and Iman Shumpert, and they're 11-3. Also, Tristan Thompson missed a lot of training camp. You'd think that they'd struggle somewhat.
Why is LeBron so mad then?
Well, because
Why is he so frustrated?
Because on December 30th, he's turning 31 years of age, Skeets. He can see the grays coming in on the head. He knows that this
Doing
isn't.
the beard too.
He's getting a little bit older, he knows that there aren't many more opportunities for him to win championships. And I love how he's being strict with his guys, and it's showing on the floor.
Since he called his team out, he's had 27 assists. He's only scored under 20 in 2 games as well. So that just shows that he's decided he has to get other guys involved a little bit more. And I think Kevin Love, we saw him, he had a huge game last night against Orlando. I think LeBron's putting, again, his team on his shoulders, leading the way by doing it, by getting other guys better shots.
Yeah, I know. It is shocking. With no Kyrie Irving, we don't even know when he's going to actually be back into the lineup.
He kicked LeBron's butt in a
one-on-one.
one-on-one session, apparently, according to a source.
Yeah.
Killed him in one-on-one.
No video footage, though.
No.
Been destroyed.
So maybe back hopefully soon for the Cavs because they're rolling right now. Okay, I think we got time for one more. We're getting told here we got to get to commercial break. But let's try our luck here.
All right, here we
Press
go.
our luck. I guess it is called that.
All right.
No curries. One more team here.
Oh, it's the...
Oh no! We lost everything! Come on! Oh, we even have a whammy curry.
We got to get back all those topics.
We can't not talk about the Warriors, but
This
we'll
guy
try
can do it all, man.
by taking a commercial break. The Warriors are just on everyone's mind right now. All right, press our luck. Hope that sticks around. That's a lot of fun. All right, when we come back, the up-down report. Are you in or out on the 76ers rebuilding plan? Back with the starters before the break, we asked you for your best NBA Thanksgiving sides using the hashtag NBA Thanksgiving. Trey has a few of the best answers. Trey.
Oh, some great answers. Matt suggests some Omri Caspies. Certainly a staple. Anthony Rada says, how about Mike Muscala potatoes?
Wow, that's good.
You can have a bunch of different kinds of potatoes at Thanksgiving for all I care. Zach says, how about some Kristaps Porzingis? Maybe a new nickname for him. DT3 says, regardless of meat or vegetable dish, I like a dash of Kyle Lowry seasoning to kick it up a notch.
Yeah.
Good stuff, put it on the
flavor.
table. And Jack Anderson says, how about some simple Steve Nashed potatoes?
Yeah, keep them
good
coming.
stuff.
Right.
NBA sides, hashtag NBA Thanksgiving. All right, let's get to the up-down report. You've played it before along with us. Hit us up on Twitter, whether you're thumbs up or thumbs down, where we figure out where we at least stand on some of these hot button NBA topics. Trey, thanks for joining us.
Hey, nice to see you guys.
Wow. Seamless, baby.
Yeah, it's amazing. You
made it all that way.
From there. All right, first one, guys. The Sixers. They lost again last night to the Wolves. They're now 0-15. They are the opposite of the Warriors. 0-15, haven't won. 3 losses away from tying the NBA mark for the most L's to start a season. Look, they've taken a beating over the last few years under GM Sam Hinkie's plan to sort of tank their way to the top, to rebuild it, thrown around all the time. Some fans are frustrated, so I want to know, up or down on the 76ers' continued rebuilding plan? I am down.
I'm neutral at this
Sideways.
point.
Wow, we got a neutral. This is a first.
It's quite.
Well, why are you neutral?
It's aggravating watching this team. Obviously, it's aggravating watching this team let some guys go that helped them, like an Ish Smith, who was Nerlens Noel's favorite point guard. But at the same time, you're in it this far. Why not be bad? If you look at it, glass half full perspective, they're going to have 4 first-round picks with them next year. 2 guys that are already a part of their team, Joel Embiid, Dario Saric coming over. Those 2 guys, plus their own pick, plus they have the Lakers pick, which is top 3 protected. That's some juicy stuff. That's 4 very good picks. Might as well be bad now. Why continue?
Joel
why
Embiid's been
winning?
injured for 2 years, though, by then.
Sure.
Why are you down?
I'm down
You're
because
tired
it's
of
just
this.
too much. It's just too much losing because what's the guarantee? When are they going to start winning? Next year? The year after that? These things stick with players as well. If you're Noel or Okafor, I feel bad for those guys because they will carry this throughout their career.
Yeah, but Joel Okafor is also learning how to get double teamed every single night. By the time he's been in the league for 5 seasons, he's going to be a beast. They have a building block, a guy who could have been easily the #1 draft pick in the league this year. It was him and Karl Towns, no doubt. And I just think that they're getting good players. It's just taking a while for them to eventually become good players. And you look at the guys they've given up since Sam Hinkie took over. MCW, Drew Holiday, Evan Turner, Thad Young, Spencer Hawes. Like, that's not a top 4 team in the Eastern Conference. What's the point?
You've heard Brett Brown just last night after playing the Wolves, and you see what the Wolves have done with all their young guys in Wiggins and Towns, but then they brought in all these vets. Kevin Garnett, they had Tayshaun Prince, Andre Miller, to sort of pair with these guys, let them learn the ropes.
Yeah.
And Brett Brown has talked about, like, He's the guy that has to do that for all these guys. They have one guy on this team born in the 80s. Do you know who it is? One guy.
Carl Landry.
That's right. Carl
The
Landry.
NBA dad.
That's right. And then, I mean, okay, look. Twitter had some fun with who's on the Sixers roster. This has been happening for years.
Yeah, rotational big is a favorite of mine. I also love Dave Matthews Dash Band for Nick Stauskas.
So, okay, look, I'm down on it too. At
Yeah,
some point, it just gets a little ridiculous. But Taz is right. They're going to have a ton of picks, not only in next year's draft, but they could have something like 18 additional picks over the next 5 years.
Then they won't be able to pay them, and everyone's
Yeah,
going to leave.
all right, next one. Let's keep it moving. Let's hear from you guys,
Lots
up
of
or down.
cap room.
All right, we don't know the full story behind this next one, but a guy leaves Jose Calderon just completely hanging. Now, it looks like it's something that's happened before.
Yeah.
Guy's a little ruthless, though. Just takes it away. Jose, come on, not again.
Yeah,
Are
you
you-
got him again.
are you up or
Same,
down?
It's that same guy.
Are you up or down
Oh, come on.
on this guy?
You
Wow,
can't
guys,
be up.
Why?
I'm
guy's-
over psych jokes,
Because-
man. Psych jokes have been out for 20 years.
But Jose
not
seems
funny.
Jose gets the last laugh because they won. So who cares? And he seemed to enjoy it. He's like, oh,
right.
you got me again.
You sold me, man. I'm up now.
Oh, you're up.
I don't like it because that guy, even though he embraced his
Look at Jose.
foolishness,
He's not happy. Jose's not happy.
Come on.
You get your buddy to film it. This is obviously
Yeah.
planned. You obviously have a camera.
He's
on
your
it.
worst of the week, Tass. Make him worst of the week tomorrow.
No, he doesn't deserve the notoriety. He doesn't deserve that honor. Lame. You are not cool. That's
right.
not cool.
Next one here.
Lame.
On Sunday, for the first time, we saw the Nuggets' new alternate jerseys. They're
Oh,
called
yeah.
white gold. We got the all white look going here.
Oh, yeah.
2 pickaxes. It's the first Nuggets jersey to actually ever feature sleeves, so maybe that will come into play here on whether you're thumbs up or thumbs down on the Nuggets white gold alternates. What are you guys? We got
Nice.
Wow, you guys are. Are you guys saying this because they sent us some?
No, you're
Yeah.
always
Oh.
down on jerseys, though.
They have sleeves. I'm down on them.
Yeah,
I'm over it.
I don't mind the
Sleeve
sleeves.
jerseys, they've been around for a while now. If some jerseys are going to have sleeves, they'll have sleeves. They look cool. They look crisp. They look like a nice white tee you would wear out.
Yeah, they look like a white tee. Yeah, you just said
Yeah,
it.
but look at the shorts. The shorts are incredible. That's the thing to me. The shorts are one of the best in the league.
I
no
think
doubt.
they're simple but different and cool. I think they're nice.
Oh, hold on. Are they pretty cool and pretty weird?
They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think
pretty
they
weird.
It's tough to make a primarily white jersey look good.
Yeah, that's
This,
exactly right.
this has been achieved. I
Well,
mean, look
yeah.
how cool we look.
I failed. Maybe that's why.
Listen, I love getting free things. These were a little too big.
We're as white as it is. We don't need white sleeve jerseys to make us any whiter. All right, we got to take a break.
That's a white filter on that photo.
When we come back, the Hawks are set to retire Dikembe's number 55 jersey. Come on back. Back with the starters. The starters fans out there are hungry, Trey, because they are taking over Twitter with the hashtag NBA Thanksgiving, coming up with some NBA side dishes for your Thanksgiving feast. Got a few more.
Yeah, Madi Teklomariam says, for dessert, the best thing is some pumpkin kauai. Love that one. Bruno Marini says you gotta have some Tracy McGravy for your turkey, but not if Lee Ellis is making it. And our old friend Chloe Schmoe says, how about some Brent cranberry sauce? Brilliant stuff.
All right, keep them coming. Hashtag NBA Thanksgiving. All right, we already talked about the Warriors chasing history. That is the second game on TNT tonight as they take on the Lakers. The first game, it's pretty good too. It's the Celtics and the Hawks. Kaka! It's been so long. There's Al Horford working on his free throws, Lee.
Good. I like that form.
Great form from Al. So this is going to be a great game, but it's going to be even better because the Hawks will honor Dikembe Mutombo tonight when his number 55 jersey is retired at half against those Celtics. It is Dikembe Mutombo night. Commissioner Adam Silver is going to be in attendance. A bunch of city officials. This is going to be a great night. They're going to hand out some no finger-wagging foam hands too, or fingers, I guess.
What a good sport he is, continuing to do the finger wag
Yeah.
and into retirement.
All the time. So Mutombo played 5 seasons with the Hawks. Put up some pretty solid numbers. Basically 12-12 in his 5 seasons there. 3.2 blocks per game. Shot the ball well. Was a stud. I mean, this guy made a lot of All-Star games. He was a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, a couple times there with the Hawks. Pretty cool that he's getting the jersey finally retired. Not a lot of jerseys retired in the Fortress either.
No, it's good to see because he did have a big impact on the team here. I mean, I remember him obviously on the Philadelphia 76ers. He went to the finals
Right.
there, but coming up to that, he always improved teams that he was on. Denver, he improved them as soon as he joined them. Atlanta improved them as soon as he went there. And then Philadelphia went to the finals. He was kind of that missing piece. I mean, he wasn't quite as skilled offensively as you would have liked him to be, but on the defensive end, he had such an impact. Every team he was on got better.
Can you name, sorry, I want to put Lee on the spot here. Can you give us Dikembe Mutombo's entire name?
Dikembe Mutombo, Mapalondo. There's another one, Makamba, Jean-Jacques Wamutombo.
Sure, I don't know. I don't have it in front of me. I mean, it's
Sounds
pretty
right.
close.
Yeah, it's something like that, yeah.
It's pretty
You
close.
could have really said anything, and you're right. You're just exactly right. And this guy, he was an 8-time All-Star. That's a surprising number to me because he was known for his defensive prowess, and he bounced around the league quite a bit for such a talented guy.
Do you think of him as a Hawk first, though?
No.
I mean, because he was in the finals for the Sixers, that sort of still stands out to me, you know, because that was probably where he got his most.
Yeah, but I think you said it. Like wherever he was, like
Yeah.
he was an All-Star in his rookie year
Yeah,
with the
for the
Nuggets,
Nuggets,
like right
yeah.
out of the gate. And then I think you sort of think of the Nuggets. At least they come to mind because they had that iconic moment
Yeah.
where they upset the Sonics. But then with the Hawks, I mean, he was like as we're seeing here, he's blocking everyone
Yeah.
around the rim, and then he went on to the finals. He had these sort of moments with every team. Even the Rockets late in his
Yeah,
career,
yeah, he was
when the
still
Rockets
effective.
went on that 22-game winning streak.
Yeah.
Yao was injured for a part of it. He was in there at the age of like 40 or 41, starting 40 games for this team.
The tenures are basically equal with the Rockets, Nuggets, and then the Hawks.
Right.
They're about 5 years for each. So it's equivalent across the board. The best thing you can say about him, though, is that he's a good player, better person. I know that phrase is sort
For
of thrown
sure.
out a lot.
Very true,
But it's legitimate, and that's saying something because he was a very good player.
Congrats to Dikembe Mutombo. Number 55 goes up in the Fortress tonight. Come on back. Back with the starters, a look at tonight's pick 'em play. Not that I can come back to even have a chance in this month, but three of us taking the Grizzlies. Trey likes the Mavs. Good luck to everyone. I already told you about TNT's doubleheader. Yeah, it's Tuesday, right? Weird. We gotta love it. Celtics and the Hawks, 8 p.m. Eastern on TNT, followed by the Lakers and Warriors. Warriors chasing history, hoping to become the first NBA team to go 16-0 to start a season. Lily, where are we going for the very solid play of the night?
We are going to Cleveland, and gentlemen, I'm very pleased to announce we have our very first pump fake party of the year.
right.
Oh yeah, Tobias Harris
Whoa.
is there, Jason Smith is there, you know that. Andy Varejao knocks in the jump shot. Let's just watch it one more time here.
Sure.
It's beautiful. What's Jason Smith?
One.
Oh.
Tobias is like, yeah, ooh,
Two.
not quite, but Jason Smith said, I'm definitely in. Andy knocks it down. That's beautiful. That's what I call a very solid pump fake party.
Everybody wants to go to a pump fake party.
Ain't no party like a pump fake party.
Because the pump fake party don't stop.
Yeah, that's right. All right, we are very excited to announce our involvement with the Rock On Foundation's All-Star Weekend Alt-Star Party. Tickets are going to go on sale this Friday. The Rock On Foundation is founded by brothers Luke and Matt Bonner. Yes, that Matt Bonner. It's a nonprofit that serves to enrich the quality of life in communities by supporting athletic, artistic, and scholastic initiatives. So, good stuff there. We'll be having a blast. Tomorrow, guys, we're going to give you a little bonus early drop. The hour-long podcast, catch it on iTunes, Google Play, early in the morning. We'll be
one.
back tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern. Don't go anywhere. Game Time's following us.
Thank you so much for joining us, folks. And remember, the coolest way to celebrate a block shot is to throw up that finger. No, 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 no,
Brace tonight, people.